Hello, 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 hello. I received a new update for my studio that I use to record, so I'm a little confused. But it's okay, I'm back and better than ever. Excuse me for the little stutter. It is currently 9:16 in the morning. So good morning, everybody. Today is Tuesday, June 9th as well. I'm sorry that I missed last week's pod drop for video episode. That's on me. I was running behind on the financials to pay my subscription to be able to record. So I'm back now. I'm not going to be recording like a thorough long video as I normally do, like an hour, a little bit more, just for the editing process. Because when I do record more than an hour, it cuts it down depending on how much I cut out and edit out. It does cut it down a lot. So as for today's kind of a busy day for me. Thankfully, I'm off of my morning job. My Nana just had surgery, so I've been helping out. My mom and I have been helping out with my Nana's recovery from her surgery. So I had to take time off from my morning coffee job. And yeah, so I'm only doing my part-time cleaning job for maintenance, whatever, an office job, cleaning office maintenance job, custodial work, as I like to put it. As you can see, I got my lashes done. They are lash extensions, finally. I always use clusters from Amazon, or I found these new clusters from Target. Let me know in the comments if you would like me to release what I use. I'm actually take you guys with me, not on a little tour, but I'm gonna take you guys with me. I'm in my closet that's connected to my bathroom, as you can see. So that's what I'm doing. Opening my bedroom door, and I'm going to put you guys on, okay? So lock the in, please do. My baby sister, my little sister, this is her card. I will provide more details as we go forward. Excuse me. But yeah, my baby sister, she's not a baby, but she's my baby. My sister did my lashes, and I'm obsessed. She actually came over Saturday over the weekend, and honestly, it was one of the best days I've had in a long time. You know, we had girl time, we cooked, she DoorDashed Chick-fil-A, we went to the pool, I gave her a tour of my apartment and the gym and everything else that we have in the building. So now that I'm back in my spot, in my host seat, I would say chair, but there's no back. So for starters, this is my baby sister. Her name is Bella, and you can find her on Instagram. She has email as well. This is her card, so professional. She's so beautiful. Look at her. Like, she literally looks like my child. Like, let's be so for real. Like, I be joking around like she's my baby. Like, she's actually my baby girl because we are that close. I've watched her growing up from a little teenager transitioning into an adult. I'm so proud of her. She is 17 years old and she owns her own lash business. I cannot stress enough how proud I am of her. And she does watch this in and out when she has the time, since she is a very busy young businesswoman. So yeah, this is her card. She gave me a few. She gave me 3. I'm gonna keep one for myself and for my mommy as well. And then I have 2 spare cards. I'm gonna give them out to whoever wants them, or whoever I know would like to get their lashes done is able to drive to her studio. But yeah, this is her business card. She's so freaking beautiful. I love her. It's my baby girl, my baby sister. Her name is Bella again. You can find her on Instagram at Mad Minx by B for Bella. Her card, it states that she's located in New Bedford, Mass. This is her business email to reach out if you'd like. I can share that down below. She also has a QR code, so you can scan it and it brings you right to her website where you can book, see her prices, view her, everything and then some. And then on the back, super cute, it gives like a little profile, lash technician, beauty, cosmetic, and personal care. Book with me today. This gives you the website. Follow me. Let's talk. She has a client cam. She has prices. She has reviews, and she has policies. It also says making girls feel pretty is the best career choice I've ever made. Period. So yeah, this is her business card. Love her. And then she has a loyalty card as well. So if you lock in with my baby sis, you'll be able to, yeah. So she has a loyalty card. So there's 10, 5, and the first 5, every visit, earn a punch to get 50% off your 5th visit and a free set on your 10th. So you punch these out. When you get to 5 on the first row, it's 50% off on your 5th visit. And then the second row, when you get to number 10, you get the 10th one for free. Beautiful. I love what she's doing. I'm super duper proud. I know it's a volume cat eye and I wanted it full, hence why they look the way they do. She gave me also an aftercare card. It tells you exactly what to do. Wait 24 to 48 hours without touching water to your lashes. Wash them every day. Brush them out thoroughly. Don't pick at them. Don't rip at them, don't even do none of that. They typically last, depending on what set you get, they typically last 3 to 4 weeks, so I'm supposed to see her, if not, I don't think this weekend, possibly next weekend, if not the weekend after that. So perfect. By the time she comes over again, it will be time for me to get a fill. So yeah, as of right now, far as I'm concerned, no more lash clusters. So I have extras. Let me know if you want them, if you know how to use clusters. I might even just give my pack that I have left over to one of my best friends. She loves lashes, but she doesn't really know how to do them. So I think I'm gonna like do them for her or show her how I do them. Obviously, I can't practice on myself, but I think I'm gonna give them to her because they're very easy. They're pre-glued. You just pop them on. Like you brush your lashes out, you curl your natural lashes, and then you just boop, 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 and you put them under. So you go boop, boop, boop. Versus lash extensions, they like tape down your bottom lashes so they don't stick, and then you relax your eyes and she separates and yeah. So I don't really have a topic. I feel like I'm gonna save a topic for this weekend's episode that drops on Sunday. I do want to make it very clear, I do apologize for any inconveniences or any like holding anybody back. I do have a good amount of subscribers, so thank you to you all. So everybody who has been waiting patiently, I do appreciate your patience. I just had to repay my subscription, I was cleaning the house while my mom was gone, so my mom gets home, she's able to come home to a clean house, period. Yeah, let's go. Yeah, I don't really have many updates far as I'm concerned. I feel like everything I've said is very clear. So I don't really know exactly what topic to speak upon. I talk about anything and everything at this point, so I don't know. But I just want to let everybody know that the current state of where we at in this world, like, kindness is free. Like, there's a stigma, there's this cliche that nothing is free in this world, which is very true. You have to like buy something in order to get it free, or buy one get one BOGO deal, or you spend so much money at like a certain food spot, or you get like bonus points or Kohl's cash, so you have to spend money to get something for free or to save money per se. But you know what is free in this life, in this world, that deserves more peace and kindness? Kindness is free. Like, what are we doing here? Like, that's something that I've opened my eyes up to more as an adult, working back to back, Monday through Friday, sometimes Monday through Sunday. I've realized that, just because this person's older than me, or just because this person has a full-time job with benefits, or just because my best friend has a good job, and, just because she lives with her parents and has a nice house and has mad room and has siblings, like, just because my friends and people I know have more than I do, or might seem like they have more than I do, they don't. So something that I've been reminding myself, and something that my significant other has been reminding me, is just to be grateful and just to be very aware of what you have versus others. And it's not like a competitive state or comparison or compare and contrast, or like look at somebody else's life and then look at yours and be like, whoa. That's something I spoke about in my last episode, is like social media. Like, there's people that I follow that are pretty famous, or there's people that are like underground famous that they're not as famous as like Justin Bieber or Rihanna, or, anybody you can really think of that is out there, open celebrity. Just because they're posting like they're out vacation, they have a TV show, they're doing this, they got a new purse, they get their lashes done all the time, they got wigs. Just because they got all that going on doesn't mean their life is easy. Like, more money, more problems, right? And I actually saw this video and this like sound on TikTok, like this audio on Instagram, TikTok, etc., that I was like, I'm willing to take on whatever problems comes with this money. And I felt that, because they say more money, more problems. Yes, I agree, because once I became an adult, once I started working full time, I had people around me, flies in my ear, birds chittering and chattering, like, hey, I need this. I need you to do this. Since you make money, you need to do this and this and this and this and this. And it's like, whoa. I do make money. I do make money for myself. I do have more money than I did before now that I work. But holy crap, how many more things am I gonna have to worry about? Like, I finally got my money, but boom, I got bills, I got my dog, I got vet bills, I got doctor copays. I got, I wanna be a girl, I wanna be feminine, I wanna have my clothes. Like, if you saw my closet, you'd be like, "Ew." Not like gross, but like, "Ew, you clutter, you're low-key a hoarder." See, the one thing about me is I'm very sentimental with clothes. Like, I have clothes from me in middle school, like, not even on the weird stuff. Like, I'm very sentimental. Like, as someone who personally went through experiences like of financial and living instability, I have such a strong sentimental value hold on clothes and personal items. Like, can I whip something out to show you? Like, I don't even know. Like, I just have so much stuff. Like, for example, this I worked at, like, these were expensive, so I am gonna keep using these. But, like, for example, I worked at a rehab facility in a nursing home type of deal, and I bought 2 pairs of scrubs from Figs, and they're really expensive. Figs, it matches my last name, that's why I got it, and also my best friend that got me the job and I worked for her with her, she provided me this website and I got the scrubs off the website, right? And I love these. I'd never wear them. I use them for my cleaning job, my custodial/maintenance job. But just as an example, like, I didn't need to buy these. I could have went to Walmart and got scrubs. I could have got scrubs off Fabletics and saved like $50. But I don't know, that's just an example. Like, if you saw how much clothes I have clean, folded, and there's no spaces to put them, like, these shelves right here are supposed to be open spaces for like succulents, like maybe not real succulents, like plants, photos of like my family members, my siblings, my dogs. Like, these 3 shelves are supposed to be like for decor, and I said that ever since I moved here, which was like almost 4 years ago. But at the top is like my beds, like my linens, my towels, my bathroom towels, my washcloths, my sheets, my pillowcases, all of that, and then some. This second row, let me even look, because I don't even remember. It's like my bathing suits. I have like a one-piece tube top that I wore to a concert that I want to like try on again, because when I wore that for that concert, I was bigger. I was wider, and I did weigh a lot more than I do now. So that is something I want to try out once, I have somewhere to go or have a reason to wear it. I want to put it on and see if it fits. And then on the same row, on the same one, I have like extra shirts that I'm waiting to wear when it's nice out, or like when I feel like dressing up. I got like a few nice shirts. And then this bag is from when I went to the casino with my best friends, and we went shopping before we went to the casino, and the American Eagle gave me this bag. So it's like a Snoopy, and look at the blue. It matches my nails. I love this blue. It has like Snoopy on it. It says AE for American Eagle. And what else? I also have like my cat's extra collar. It is pink. That's why I haven't put it on yet, because my cat's a boy. Has a little cute bell. Came in a pack from Amazon. I actually took his collar off because we had the Seresto collar for like fleas, ticks, etc. And it got too tight, I guess from him itching, and it just got too tight. So I had to cut the Seresto collar off. And then once I got it off, he's much better now, but you could tell that it was just rubbing against him. So like right here where the collar would lay, there's like empty spaces of hair. But it should have been grown back now, if not completely, at least just as much as it needs to. But yeah, this is catnip, right? It's Meowana, like Dogwana from like a pet store, PetSmart, Petco, etc. So this is I almost said marijuana. This is Meowana catnip. So I keep that up there with his collar. Whenever like I give my dog a treat, I try to give my cat one as well, whether it's catnip or like one of those feed tubes. And I'll sit with him and I'll have him lick it. And then this last row, that's a bunch of like, this is socks. Hello, it's backwards. These are socks that I bought like 3 years ago. I don't even know if I bought them, my mom bought them, but they're True Religion socks. They just stay there because I have so much. I already have too many socks. And then there's more clean socks. I got these on clearance at Target. Target has a Champion section, and I love Champion. They were on sale for like $8 or $12. But yeah, they're super comfortable. They have pockets, and I love the waistband because I have like a muffin top, so this waistband covers it. So, but yeah, and then I have like extra PJ sets. This is more of my bathing suit. I have 2 hoodies right there folded. I usually hang them up, but I don't plan on moving them until I make more space in my closet. But yeah, I'm just yapping. This is really just a yap session. I want to be able to post for you guys. I'm not sure if this will drop today. It depends on how the rest of my day goes. But depending on when I wrap this up, I'm hoping I'll be able to squeeze time to edit it and hopefully post it as well. The editing process isn't as long as it should be because of the platform and the subscription I pay. But the longest part, surprisingly, is entering into YouTube, like downloading it as a file, linking it to my YouTube, letting it process, going through all the details, finding a clip art. What's the right word? Something that grabs your attention, you put it as a picture for the video. Yeah, that thing. That takes kind of a while because I have somebody's help. I would say what I really be doing, but I don't want to put myself on blast. But yeah, that shows my closet and how much clothes I do not need. Oh, we're really showing. Yeah, we're really showing. So, things I've been thinking of are just stuff that pops in my head. I didn't come into this episode with a specific topic. I just want to sit down, talk, and share what's been on my mind lately. Sometimes the most meaningful conversations aren't planned, they're just honest. So, one thing I want to start off by saying is we collectively need to learn how to stop chasing perfection. That's something that I always say the same segment of words, but personally I struggle with chasing perfection. I always want to be perfect. And not for myself, not selfishly. I want to be perfect for everybody around me, and unfortunately it's very unlikely to happen. Nobody's perfect. As I said earlier, there's celebrities that deal and go through traumatic things and they still post the good parts of their lives. Same thing with us humans. Well, they're human, but same with us that are just working people, are college students. We just be posting to show our happiness or to just show that we're living our best lives, whatever. Outgrowing people and situations. Yeah, I've outgrown a lot of people, and unfortunately the people I have outgrown, it's not intentional. I've stopped drinking alcohol. That's something that, as someone who is easily influenced and easily addicted to things that possibly numb or make me feel happy for the moment, I stopped drinking. I don't go out with my friends. I used to go out with my girls and go out drinking, go downtown, go to Boston, stay out till 5, 6 in the morning, then go to their house, sleep, and start over the next day and move on to the next function. But going out to Boston, downtown, getting doing my hair, make sure my hair's done, doing my lashes, all that and then some. It costs money. Obviously I want my hair to look good, my lashes to be done on the regular, not even just to go outside. To feel good about myself and to dress up and look good with my friends. I also am easily influenced by alcohol. Over the years, I've learned my limit, and when I would go out with my friends, I learned that, hey, if I drink this, I can only have this amount. If I drink this liquor or type of alcohol, I can have this much. But once I start feeling like this, then I need to slow down, drink a lot of water, maybe some sugar, maybe a Shirley Temple, whatever. So I've definitely outgrown situations with alcohol and going out and dressing up and being out late at night, being outside. I'm not outside. When people say be outside, they mean shaking their ass on top of cars. Yeah. Yeah, I've definitely outgrown that type of scenery, that type of scenario, situation. I don't drink, so I don't go out. And obviously, it does come off I don't want to go out or I don't want to hang out with my friends, but it's simply not that at all. It's just, I'm trying to stay away from that, especially since I'm trying to get closer to God each and every day that I wake up, because I'm forever internally thankful and grateful that I wake up and I get to start over, start fresh. But yeah, I've outgrown a lot of people. I've outgrown a lot of situations. There's people that I've outgrown, but it's not in we're on a different timeline of life. It's just more as hey, I live over here now and y'all are over here. And I need to get my license before I go out there to see y'all. For example, I outgrown my little sister that I mentioned in the beginning. I outgrown, I moved out of the city, I moved out of the area. If you know, she's not my sister by blood. She's not adopted. Her family adopted me. They took me in when I needed a family. Her family was my family. Then everything was cool with me and Ma Dukes, and she was like, listen, we gotta move. I can't live out here no more. I said, all right, I respect it. It is dangerous. It's gang affiliated, all this crazy stuff. We gotta worry about our safety. People are breaking in our apartment. Gotta worry about my new son. Because I got my cat kind of when I first moved into the city, because I got him from my brother, because he lived in the city as well. So, like, long story short, my mother outgrew that lifetime. So she's like, let's move closer to my side of the family, which is like my siblings. Like, her sister's kids are my siblings. Like, my oldest sister, Kayla, she's the oldest of three. It's her and then two twins. She is 29. Me and her are 6 years apart. And then her twin brothers are 26. They're 2 years apart from. Wait, what? 29, 26. Are they 26 anymore? I don't remember. Are they 27? They're 2 years apart. So yeah, their birthday was in April 2nd. They're twins. Yeah, they're 2 years apart from Kayla, their oldest. Yeah. So what I'm trying to say is, like, those are my siblings. I kind of forget where I was going with that, but my mom was like, let's move over there. So now we're here. And honestly, ever since I moved out here, my life has been so much better. Do I still deal with stuff? Do I still struggle? Do I still have mental problems? Mental issues? Do I still have anxiety? Do I still have anger management? Yeah, babe. I got all of that, because being an adult out here, because when I was in the city, I was still working. I was still, like, transitioning to adult, from a teenager to an adult. I was still trying to do what I had to do to take care of me and mine. But out in the city, like, I could walk to my job. I didn't have to Uber. I could take the bus. Here, it's like I could walk anywhere. Plymouth is big. Excuse me. Where I live, Kingston, Plymouth is practically the same thing. To me, they're together. They shouldn't even be separate at this point. But Plymouth is pretty big, especially when you walk. Like, I do choose to Uber. That's a big thing that I've been struggling with financially, and, like, just for myself, like, chasing my self-perception. Perception. I really want my license. I want a car. Boom, I got my car. I'm on my permit. I need my license. So over the summer, I'm gonna go for my license. Okay. So if anybody wants to try to teach me how to drive, I need to learn how to go on the highway with my car, and I need to learn how to parallel park my car. Unfortunately, I can't use my car for the license test, so I'm gonna borrow. My friend from college said I could use her car. She just got it brand new, has the emergency handle brake. So she said I could use her car. Sorry, my best friend is coming over. I think I mentioned that earlier. We're gonna kick it by the pool, I believe. I'm waiting for my sister, cousin Kayla to wake up. It's her day off. We're gonna spend time together. She's gonna take me to Market Basket. We're gonna go grocery shopping, and then she's gonna drop me off at work. So yeah, busy. I'm trying to make time. Like, that's one thing that I'm discovering, is that I need to make time for the people that I need to make time for. Like, I don't be really hanging on my friends that much unless I was in school, or unless, like, I just had the time and they're free, they're around, they're at the place right across from me, whatever. So I'm just making sure I don't ignore her and make her think, like, because I'm trying to see you, babe. I miss my girl. I haven't seen her in so long, and plus it would be nice to have her at my pool, get a little sun. Clearly I need some sun. Also, can we look at the inches? Can we just appreciate the hair? Yeah. Since I've been gone, I think the last time I recorded, I did have my hair done. Like, I got my hair dyed. She looks so good. She matches my tattoo, period. She matches this one, period. My sister did my lashes. Look at that. Yeah, they look so good, baby. So I do need my color. I do need a lot more color. I do need to get my nails done, but can you cash at me? I'll drop my cash app in down below. All right, I'm yapping. Let's walk in. Why healing isn't a straight line? Oof, this is a good one. See, a yap session could be like, I don't necessarily need to have a topic, but a yap session is good because I could just, like, think of 3 things and outbranch off those 3 things, right? Like a family tree, except ideas. Why healing isn't a straight line? Let me put it like this. Healing for me is like the thing on a hospital, beep, beep, or like a roller coaster, or I would say snowball effect, but snowball is just like, boo, 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 keeps going. That's how I feel about anxiety, right? It's a snowball effect. Like, once I start feeling anxious, and then I get myself more anxious, and it's just like that, right? Healing is not a straight line. Like I mentioned previously, it reminds me of that beep, beep, the monitor, the heart monitor. Thank you. Thank you for telling me, my brain, because I forgot what that was called. But yeah. Healing isn't a straight line. It does give off that roller coaster vibe, that heart monitor beep. So it's like, that's how I feel. I'm healing every single day. Every day is a healing process. I'm a work in progress. I have to remind people that, or even remind myself rather, that I'm still very much a work in progress. Just because I want to be perfect, I want to chase perfection, just because I want to be the best Jada, best version of myself, doesn't mean I can do that today. Like, growing, breaking a habit, healing, it's such a process, depending on what you're healing from. If you're healing things from your teenage years and you're my age, 23, it could take a long time. I'm still healing from things that happened to me years ago. I'm still healing from things that happened to me when I was a child. I'm still healing from things that happened as a teenager. And certain things that have previously happened not too long ago that happened in my life, certain things I had to do, jury duty as an example. It was a very traumatic experience. But of course, the case they are discussing are details of something that I've experienced that is extremely traumatic. So something that I've healed, not completely, but something that I've healed from, not completely, I got reminded of, and I just got my memories as they were describing the details of the case at jury duty. I'm just getting flashes of my traumatic experience because it was similar. It honestly, the details they were speaking of was very similar to mine. So boom, they're talking about their experience with their case. I'm seeing everything. You like trauma blocking. Like I used to live in Pembroke, and that was a very traumatizing time for me. At least for me. Every time I go in Pembroke, I'm about to cross the Pembroke line. I'm leaving the Pembroke. Every time I can just feel it in my soul, in my gut. I'm in this area that was so heavily traumatizing. Was there good things of Pembroke? Yeah, like my best friend that's coming over and we're gonna go by the pool. She is one of the biggest things. She's one of the biggest reasons I am internally thankful and grateful for my experiences living in that area, because she is somebody that has never let me down. I'm about to get emotional because I could just feel like the tears forming. I love her so much. I literally love her so much. And, she's never switched up. She's never made me feel undervalued, underappreciated, overlooked. She has never once made me feel like my problems are a problem. She's always sat with me, talked to me, try to calm me down. Even when something really bad happens and she knows like my reaction is extremely valid, she is able to be like, hey, Jada, like, I love you. Like, everything's going to be okay. Like, she reminds me of my worth. Like, anytime I do be struggling and I know like I really need to speak to someone, she's the first one I think of, because I know regardless of what I'm dealing with or what's on my mind or what I'm going through, she will be able to talk to me and it won't come off as a personal attack, and I won't take it personally. She is someone that her heart and her love is so pure and genuine that even if she could say something that comes off or the tone is off, you can't take it that way. I love her. She is literally, her name is Angelina. I call her Ange. She is literally an angel. I swear to the Lord above me, she is an angel. That's why I said she's so pure. She's so genuine. Her intentions are clear, crystal clear. Like for me at least, like she wants me to stop being so hard on myself. She wants me to be happy. She wants me to take breaks. She wants me to rest. She wants me to focus on me, not my relationship, not my mom, not like obviously you're supposed to work. Obviously you're supposed to take care of your parents, your significant other, da da da, boom, scoom, doom. But she always reminds me like, hey, how can you take care of other people if you're not taking care of yourself? And I need that reminder. And unfortunately, it's fortunate for myself and for my audience, but it's unfortunate for me that I always preach, but I don't always practice what I'm preaching. Like, even when I go and watch my videos, I'm like, damn, like I said that for somebody else and for me to hear it, but I'm not doing it, And that's something that, and that it can come off as discouraging and as a disappointment for myself, because it's like, why am I telling, for example, like my friend told me, can you take care of others if you're not taking care of yourself? How am I going to tell others how to be happy or how to be more self-sufficient if I'm not even doing it? Like, now I'm a hypocrite, And that's not the case. That doesn't make it true. That doesn't make it like, oh, I'm just saying it just to sound good or sound like a good influence or just to have an audience or just to have more followers. Like, no, I did this for me. Like, I checked the other day, I have like 38 subscribers. That's better than 0. That's better than 5. That's better than 10. That's better than 15. That's better than 8. Like I am so grateful. Like, I got to a point where I was struggling in my brain and in my head. And I was just like, dude, how do I have I have like 400 followers on my personal Instagram, and I post about my podcast on my personal. I don't even post myself. And if I do, it's on my story and I add it to my highlights. I don't like actually post nothing. And if I do post on Instagram for my personal account, it's for my pod. So I thought to myself one day when I wasn't in a good headspace, I was like, how do I have 400 and something followers on my personal Instagram? And I post about my pod on my personal. And then I got this many followers on my pod Instagram. That don't make no goddamn sense. It does though, because not everybody that follows your personal is going to follow your pod. Maybe they follow your personal because they have other motives, or they just follow you just to follow you. Like, I don't know. But it got into my head and I almost posted it on my story on my personal, or almost like made a video and been like, hey, like, I just think it's a little ridiculous how I have all these followers. Well, I have this amount of followers and like only 30 of you followed my pod. That just is clear to me that you're following me for the wrong reason. And now that I'm doing something that makes me happy and I should be doing and is worth my time and, like worth my energy, now that I'm doing something good for myself, y'all don't want to follow? Like, all right, y'all hating for real? When I was down and out and I was not in a good mood and I was like, why don't I have more subscribers? I was like, that's why. But it's not about that. It's really not. And I had to remind myself that, like, it's not about how many followers or how many views or how many likes or how many comments or subscribers. Like, it's about your intention. It's about the fact that you did it. Like, I've waited my whole life to be able to feel comfortable doing this right now. Like, I used to, like, my old self, the old version of Jada would look at me now and laugh. Like laugh in what's the word I'm looking for? In awe, like shocked. Like, you feel comfortable sitting behind your laptop and just talking to yourself by yourself. And now I'm like, hell yeah, I'd rather talk to myself by myself than to anybody else. And I don't mean that towards everybody and everybody. I just say that in general. Like, but I don't feel comfortable with that. I did that when I was a kid. I did that as a teenager, and it just never really benefited me. Like, it never made me feel like this is worth it. But now, coming to terms, like, it would be better off if I do have some sort of therapy, whether it's just like explanation therapy or therapy for my anxiety, therapy for my anger, therapy for my depression, therapy for my attention deficiencies, like therapy for, I wouldn't say financials, but therapy just for like getting up, therapy for just, staying on track. Like, you can go to a therapist and it's not for like because you have issues or because you struggle. You could go to therapy simply because like life is just too much and you need someone to hear you out that isn't in relation to you or isn't too close to you. Because even when I talk to my sister, whether it's my little sister Bella or if it's my big sister Kayla, like, even with them, like, sometimes I tell them something or sometimes I vent about something and they're like, they get like big sis or they get like protective with me because I'm the same way. Like, and that's one thing about me. Like, I'm so ready to protect my people, but why am I not doing that for myself? Like, and now, like, setting boundaries is a big one. Like, I be setting boundaries like no other, like tomorrow ain't coming. And it does affect people. They're like, whoa, she didn't say no yesterday. She's saying no today. Yeah, because I'm done saying yes. Because I'm tired of being a yes woman. I'm tired of do, give, and people take. Like, I'm not doing that no more. Even if I love you, even if I put no one above you, below you, even if like you're my main focus, if it's not for me, if it's not free, it's not for me. Nah, if it's not meant for me, then it's not meant to be. Boom. There we go. The pressure to have everything figured out. Yeah. I thought by this age I would be having my own place, already have my license, have a car or car payment. Like, I thought my life was going to be figured out by this time because I was so scared of becoming like my parents and not having life figured out, or teenage pregnancy or having a baby too young. Like, I still have that fear, like internal fear of becoming like my parents because I don't want that for me. And when I say that, I don't mean it as an attack to my parents because I love them. I really do. Like, I really love my parents so much. And I have a tendency of pushing both of them away when I need them most. Even my dad. I have a weird relationship with my dad, and not weird in like a weird way. It's just, I have other siblings from him and I'm my mother's only child. So I felt as if like other kids or other siblings were more important than me because they kind of just pushed me on the side, even when my parents were still together. And, I still struggle with that to this day. I have a niece and she's 2 years old, and I used to be my aunt's like favorite niece. And now that I have my niece, that's my aunt's favorite. So obviously she's a kid. It has nothing to do with my niece. And I know that. Like, it has nothing to do with her. If I was my aunt and I was my niece's grandmother, I would be just obsessed with her too. I am obsessed with her, and she's literally my niece. I literally tell her, like, you're mommy and daddy's baby, but you're Titi Bear's baby. Yeah, you're mine. Hence, hold on, let me pull it up. Can I show it? Hence why she's my lock screen. Look at her. She's so freaking cute. And one thing about me, my father burned it in my brain, like, don't post your children on social media. Don't post the babies on social media because there is a lot of weirdos out there. But I did show her because it's an appropriate picture. It's appropriate. She's smelling a flower. Like, what is that? But one thing about me, if you post your baby and she's in a diaper, bad parent. Especially on social media. If you send me a picture of her, if you send picture, like even digital footprint, like hello, have we forgot about that? Like there's things I've done on social media or things I've posted that even though it's deleted off this phone or the account itself, it's still there, babe. If you do little stuff back in the day and you think it's all gonna come back to you, baby is still in some draft somewhere. It's on somebody's computer or database and they have not sponsored. I don't even like that anymore. I'm just drinking it because I want a flavored drink and I really want Starbucks, but do I want to spend $10 on a coffee? No. I really want my Alani, but I just drank that soda, so I'm not going to drink an Alani. That's something I've been doing. I've been drinking like 2 energy drinks, 2 Alanis, and like a refresher, and like Starbucks. Like, girl, slow the fuck down. Like, what are you doing? Your sugar intake is through the roof. As you can tell, I'm not wearing my rings. I'm not wearing my necklace. I'm still in my PJs. But I figured I'd record so I could post for y'all since I missed last week. And then I'll still record for this weekend and post on Sunday. Period. Next, finding peace in uncertainty. One thing about Jada, I don't find any peace in being uncertain of my past, present, and future. One thing about me, I want my future planned out 2 weeks ago when I was 19 years old. When I was 19 years old, I thought my future was planned out. I thought I had everything I needed, and then boom, my whole world fell apart. But that's okay. Finding peace in uncertainty. That's a lesson I'm gonna take for myself, and I hope y'all can take too. If not, just hear me out. It's okay to find peace in the uncertainty because, like they say, you shouldn't stress about what you can't control. You should only stress about what you can control, and what is in your control, you should stress about because you're able to change it. Like for example, another sibling I know has been struggling for a while, especially when they were younger. I watched them go from a baby teen sprouting into a 16-year-old teenager, and he has been struggling a lot. I'm not going to put his name on it or nothing of that, but he's even struggling now. And because of his, because of his atmosphere, his environment, and he doesn't really have the best support system. So, with that being said, he would like vent to me and he'd be like, hey, I really hate this of my life. I don't like this part of my life. And I'm like, listen, like this part you may not be able to work on because it's not just you that needs to put effort in. It's a group collective. But this part, you don't like this, so let's change it. What's something that we can do to make you feel more at peace? What's something we can do to make you feel like, okay, like I'm gonna wake up tomorrow and be in a good mood? And I would try to help him find coping mechanisms to make himself feel better. That didn't work. Like, I've come to the point that regardless of how much you try to help people, if they don't want that help, then that's all you can do. You tried, you supported, if the help that you're giving them they don't want to do, then don't stress about it. At least you were there. That's all that matters. That's all you can do. You can be here. You can support. You can give advice. You can give out coping mechanisms that help for you and try to give them to somebody else. But yeah, like find peace in uncertainty. I need to be peaceful in my uncertainty because I stress about everything. Like I wouldn't call it self-harm, but I have like a itching issue. Like when I'm itchy, like I will just itch. Like I'll stare off and I'll just be like this. And look, just by me itching, my skin's immediately irritated. I wish I could like show you. I was getting like dots. They look like hickeys or bruises just for me itching. Like I have a fat bruise on my leg right now and it's simply just for me itching like crazy. And it's because I'll be itchy and I'll keep itching without realizing that I'm still scratching. And then once I'm like, wait, why am I still doing that? Boom, my skin's red. You can see like my nails from scratching. Then I get like the little bruises or little red dots that look like hickeys or bruises. And it's just from me irritating, like, and then I get them on my chest. Like, that's a pimple. That's definitely a pimple. But I would like scratch right here. Like, you can barely see it, but like my skin's already irritated. Like, girl, why? Why? So, moral of the story, don't stress yourself out and don't itch yourself to the point where like your skin is literally burning and just because it feels good because you're in your brain, don't do that. That's a form of self-harm, unfortunately. It feels good and I like to inflict pain on myself, especially when I'm not in a good headspace, but let's not do that, babe. Let's like do our hair, let's do something that makes us feel better, fold some clothes, do some laundry, vacuum your floor, clean the floor, whatever. Let's do something that's more positive for our well-being. What self-respect has been teaching myself lately? Yeah, so self-respect, like setting boundaries, saying no. If you don't want to do something, you don't have to do it. Respecting yourself in a way that you don't tolerate or enable any type of negativity or behavior. I've been setting boundaries for that. I have negativity within myself. I internalize it. It becomes external. I have negativity around me in my environment, the people I'm around. You can, in the wise words of Notorious B.I.G., R.I.P., rest in paradise, Mike King, turn negative into a positive. You know, it comes a time, or depending on what's going on in your life, it can come off as like, this isn't going to get any better, but trust me, it is. Something I like to do as a healthy or a good coping mechanism is if I'm upset and if I feel like my whole world is crashing because of like my mental health or like my mental state, I try to remind myself of things that make me feel the opposite, make me feel good, right? Like I got a fish. Yesterday, me and my mom went to PetSmart or Petco. I always get them confused. Me and my mom went to Petco after work together. I bought my dog more food for the rest of the week or however long it will last them. And I was like, while we're here, I'm going to buy cleaning shrimp for my betta fish tank because I want to get into the aquatic scenery. I feel like it's a good habit or a good hobby for me to outsource because I love fish. Instead of watching TV at night, I love having my tank light on and just watching my fish swim. It's very relaxing. It's very peaceful. So I have a 3.7-gallon betta tank. It's glass and it's very bougie. It was like $120, but it was well worth it. I've had it for like 2.5, 3 years now. But I got my fish. His name's Prosper. He's beautiful. He's white. He's a double tail half moon beta. And he's like a white that transfers into a blue and he has like a tan too. Very beautiful, very nude. But yeah, I bought like 3 ghost shrimp and I bought 3 because it's better than just buying 1. And I asked ChatGPT because it's been a while since I've been in the aquarium scenery because I used to do fish when I lived in the city. I had like 3 fish tanks in my room because I was obsessed with fish. I had a 5-gallon, I had a betta tank by himself. I had a 5-gallon with like community fish, and then I had a 10-gallon with a betta and other fish. That didn't go so well. So, learning from that past experience, I'm gonna transition from my betta tank. I put the ghost shrimp in. They're still there. I acclimated them properly. I let them sit in the bag that I got them in for like 30 minutes, and then I poked a little hole and added my tank water into the bag, let that sit for like an hour, probably 2. And then I was cooking dinner, and before I ate dinner, I was like, you know what? Like, I let them sit in there for like more than 3 hours. So like my betta can look at them, the shrimp can look at, just so like they both know, like, hey, like your owner is making us do this. Like, I didn't choose to be here. So I had to get them acclimated to my fish water. I had to get my fish acclimated to their temperature, like this whole thing. So within the next like paycheck or 2, like next time I get paid or the next paycheck after that, I'm gonna buy a tank and then transfer my betta and the ghost into there. And then, or I might just keep I don't know. I'm just trying to get my betta into the momentum like, hey, you're gonna be swimming with a ton of other fish. So let's be nice here because bettas are fighting fish and they are aggressive. So I just want him to know like, hey, I'm doing this because I want you to have friends. So if you don't treat them kindly, I started off with the shrimp because they clean and they mind their business and they hide and there's transparent, like see-through. They match the sand that I have in the tank. There was red shrimp that I really wanted. Hello, I wanted red shrimp, but I was talking to a Petco worker and he said like, hey, like the red shrimp probably isn't the best idea because it's like putting a red flag in front of a bull. It's like a threat, seen as a threat. It's colorful. The betta's gonna see it as a threat and it's just gonna eat it and attack it. But so far, the shrimp seem pretty like awkward, but like one of them's like, I want to swim. 2 of them, one out of the 2, one's very chill and the other one's like scared. So yeah, but I was watching the fish tank last night after I put the shrimp in and my betta was like acting like nothing even happened. And I love that for him. I'm so proud of him because when I got my betta, like we picked each other out because there were so many bettas I liked, but we picked each other out. He was looking at me, he was following me when I was looking at other bettas and I was like, you know what? You're pure. You look like not a pigeon. The white birds. You look like a dove. Like you look pure. It's given angel. Like you're mine. And then once I set him up in his tank, got him acclimated, once I put him in the tank, he was like, whoa, I get all this room to myself. I have a plant. I have a hiding shell. I can, like, rest on this plant, and I got this nice sand. I'm like, "Yeah, babe, like, this is your bougie house. You're welcome. MTV my crib. MTV beta crib." So I'm gonna end it there because it is 54 minutes in, even though I said this is gonna be a short video. I'm glad I could make it longer than a short. But I just wanna end it by saying I love you all. I support you all. Please, if you ever feel like you wanna talk to somebody, please feel free to reach out. Like, that's why I always remind you guys. My cousin actually told me that, my cousin Richard, he commented on my videos prior. He said that I should be putting all my, like, information in the description below the YouTube, but I just be putting, like, the video description, and that's it. So I'm gonna get into that. I think I'm gonna ask ChatGPT to write me out a little, like, thing so I can just copy and paste on every video. But I love y'all. Thank y'all for watching. Comment down below. Let me know how you feeling. That and then some. Be safe out there. Stay positive. And remember to put yourself first always. And yeah, just stay happy. Be happy. And with peace and love, stay great. Stay graceful. Cut yourself some slack. And I love y'all. Goodbye.